Hi class, I wanted to give you some video feedback. First of all, I know you're all doing really great. You're working really hard and pulling together some really great sites. So I'm going to go through as a first-time site visitor. I know I've seen them, but I'm going to navigate them so that you can see what it's like for the user. All right. Okay, first, Randy, really clean. I love this. There's a great image here, and I can only see a little bit of type for any copyright issues, but super clean. Director of photography is up here in your logo, so I should be able to see that on every page. Just enough, not too much content tells us what you do. I don't even mind this background, which is template, but if it's what I think it is, but you haven't used it to replace anything. This is a little bit of an issue. There's some text there. And let's see, I'm going to see if this button works. All right. Okay. Still clean. Make sure we're not competing with our background. That can get really tricky. That's the problem here. And do watch your font text overlaps for sure. Okay. Hopefully this is a work number for you or a Google Voice or something so you don't get a lot of spam. Check out your mobile. Nice, clean, colors are good. You're all linked up. Copyright is up to date. This change in font, this subheader, bothers me just a little. It doesn't look like it's intentional. I know it's probably the template, but just that. Either there's not enough distinction in the hierarchy, or the film, the type isn't one of these or something. It's it's not a big deal. It's just something I'm feeling, and that's mostly because everything else is so clean and so tight. So that little thing's going to stand out. This is bothering me just a little. I prefer the black. And let's see, do you have some content about some asset? So you've got this, and that works well. I'm just trying to see if it's on your mobile. There it is. Okay, good. That's what I thought it would be, but double checking. Okay, good job. Very nice. Maybe a little bit of, line spacing here, so they're not overlapping quite so much. This isn't bad. Sometimes, you can tell in your descenders here of the G where it gets really close to a capital. All right, great job. Good job. There's very little for you to edit at this stage. You've got quite a bit complete. Well done. Michael, let's jump right in. Okay, we talked about some things the other day. Clean, it's looking good. I know you want that number there. Make sure we're centered. So filmmaker probably needs to be centered a little bit there. Logo, not easy to read. You'll want to make that in Illustrator for sure, so that you can resize that and it be clean. I don't expect you to do that this week, but it's something that you can do, and while you have Adobe Illustrator. Okay, so if I select this, or go into YouTube, let me stop this. Let's see. Looking for your descriptions. Okay, so what you want to do actually is embed these. Okay, so you can go to the Wix, and if you drop down, there will be, if you use the plus icon, you'll have embed. and you can select YouTube and just put that link in there, and then they can play it inside your site, and they won't be leaving your site, because once they get to YouTube, they don't come back to our websites. YouTube has an algorithm, of course, that is designed especially for them, and it's very hard for us to compete with that. So we want them to stay within your site, so you can go ahead and embed those. Keep them, not large files, but you can do that. Okay, like the graphic. And you explain the different fonts there, phone numbers. All right, let's take a look at the mobile. All right, it's looking good. Because you have red and orange that you're looking at, you might want to make that a red or an orange. Okay. I'm not sure that needs to be bold unless it was the case where it was such a light font, semi-bold might work, but let's go ahead and reduce the padding just a little and take all that out. Close it up. Okay. Not sure you need that cue. They'll probably know to play it. That's up to you. Okay. Okay, I close these up just a little so people aren't trying to look through. If you may want to go a little smaller, just so we get this up here, probably making the padding a little less will bring this up instead of having a line break there. Otherwise, it's looking great. Good job. You're doing a terrific job organizing your work, and I know you're very proud of your work, and so I'm really happy that you're able to show that off. Good job. Emily. Okay. I think we've talked about this before, increasing the contrast here. Remove this strip, take that out. You are linked up. Let's see if this button is working. So, either remove that. I don't think you need it because you already have this, but definitely make this a darker color. Choose a color from in here, this image. Bring this up so we don't have so much space here, so we can get into the content, right? Double check how many fonts you have. This one, okay, and this one. It often looks really good to have your text, your body copy, in the same font as your navigation. It's just a thought. These are both rather decorative in some ways. This might work better in a sans serif. And you may want to center this. If you're going to have it there anyway and not up here, then try to center that. But otherwise, you've done a great job of providing your descriptions. A little small, but yeah, you've got that. And keep in mind, you can embed on a page. If you had a page for websites, you can embed a website, a Wix website, into Wix. And it's the same way you would embed a film. Going over to the plus, selecting embed, and you're going to put the URL in there, and it's going to pop in there. Of course, you would want it probably in a section dedicated to web to make that clear. Probably not this. Not a fan of text that is vertical unless there's a really need for it or it's really part of the design. We're not doing it anywhere else. That tells me it's not really part of the design. So let's remove that. We need a little more contrast. Okay. Let's see. Okay. And you're linked up. Good. This could be reduced, right? So it's not quite so deep. I do like when headers and footers have the same colors. That usually looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and look at your mobile. We're going to close that up. We're going to close that up so that we get into things quicker. Maybe bring this up a little. It's kind of competing with this. Definitely take that button out, this empty space out, and when you close this on your desktop, this will all close as well. You may want the work example above. On your mobile. I do like the colors that you've chosen. The fonts just need to be darker. Not a fan of outlining text personally. It's okay. You know, it kind of feels like your brand. Just be really careful with it. It affects the style of the lettering and the weight in such a way that isn't necessarily designed for that. Okay, sure that's a Google Voice or free site. All right, great start. Love this. You're doing a great job. A few sweeping changes and it's going to all come together much better. All right, well done. Okay, Trevor, I like the colors. They're really easy on the eyes. We do need to close all this up. If there's content here, it's large and taking a long time to load. I need, let's see, I need some navigation up here. Yeah, that's going to be important. You have it here, you just need to go back and add it. Could be that your navigation, that it's turned off. That you want to go in and see if it's hidden. You may have done that accidentally, but you can add one back if you need to, if that's the case, or turn it back on. Let me know. Okay, nice. Okay. Very nice. Read through this earlier. I like what you were talking about, your first wedding video shoot. That was good. You might want to make these even, the padding there. Good job being hooked up there. You have your updated year. It's nice and clean. Okay, so that's your context, context, context. Okay. a professional shot. All right, so the only issue here is what I think you're using this as a landing page, but it requires more clicking. It's not really clear to the user. In other words, it's not really needed. You could, or at least do something. Maybe one of your wedding videos that's not too large would introduce them into what you're about. That would be a good use of that, but definitely got to have that navigation. All right. Well done, everybody. Really happy to see where you are. I usually have your feedback to you sooner than this, but had some delays this weekend. So thank you. I look forward to seeing your revisions, and contact me with any questions whatsoever. Have a great afternoon, everybody.